Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play Mystic Ark! Last time, some of the kids got trapped on Sweet Mountain by the monsters there, so we gotta go rescue them. Man, this world sure is starting out serious. I hope this trend continues. I'll just give you a fair warning, viewers. If the plot ever looks like it's about to take itself seriously, don't hope that trend continues. Yeah, every time this game starts to get serious, it'll whack you upside the head. Something. But now, we need to get into Sweet Mountain, so we gotta give the Guardians the password that we got in the previous episode. It was on the message board there in the central room there. So you just give it the right answers, boom, we're ready to go. Hooray! Alright, yeah, you do need an empty bottle when you go into this place. So if you don't have one, you can get one from the shelf in the kitchen. It's the room right next to the, the library there. But now we can get into this place. Let's take a look around. Well, we found the first kid, easy enough. Nuts. I thought monsters weren't supposed to come this far into the children's world here. Well, before we do that, let's save so that way we can warp here whenever we want. Let's take a look around. This dungeon is pretty straightforward, but we got new random battle music. Yeah, kick-ass! Love the new random battle music they got here. Okay, wow, I am surprised I missed that many times. But anyway, okay, so we got a new enemy here, Gobs. And these guys are not very remarkable at all. I don't think they even have any spells they can cast. They have no elemental resistances, they're just purely vanilla enemies. They're not nearly as weak as they were in the first game, but they're still pretty darn weak. Okay, so now, what I want to do with these guys is, I would like to turn, let's see, 3 of them into figurines. When you do that, and you can exchange them at the arena later on in the game, you can exchange them for gobsmiths, which is a type of headgear that reduces your, or increases your ice resistance by 60. It is obscene. One of my favorite pieces of headgear in the game. One of the reasons why I like headgear that has elemental resistances on it is because relative to the strongest pieces of headgear in the game, you don't lose as much physical defense from headgear as you do with body armor or, what was the other one? Or shields that resist elemental damage. I still use them from time to time, but I usually prefer to use headgear for elemental resistances when possible. And usually I don't need more than one elemental resistance at a time. But alright, well, we got a little cake room here, so... Okay, sounds like a plan. Easy enough. If you screw up at some point, you can, I think you can just talk to one of the panels and they can reset the room for you. So be careful, I don't want to get out of the room just yet. But yeah, this one, pretty easy puzzle that we got here. Doesn't even take that long, at least they get rid of the random encounters. But this room is very important for what reward you can get out of it. So let's see what we got here. Okay, we got a few different choices here, so let's see what our options are. The toy is a weapon for Lux there, but since he has Atomic there, yeah, it's pretty useless. So I'm not gonna use that. Let's see, the clothes, we get a slightly better piece of body armor for mages, but that'll get outclassed relatively quickly. So, yeah, I'm not even interested in that. Let's see, the cookie, if I recall correctly, I think it restores 160 HP. I could be wrong on that, I forget, because I don't use healing items that often. But the one that I really want is the headgear. The ultimate headgear in the game for Miriam and Maisia. It has really good defense for them, and it has 20% resistance to all elemental damage. It is really, really good. By the way, as far as equipment that resists only one element, that only works for fire and ice elemental damage. There's no armor that resists thunder specifically or nature elemental damage. But now, we got these cakes in the way. Whatever shall we do? Can I even warp out of here? Oh, I could. Well, I'm not gonna, but the way you can get out of here more easily is, yeah, just talk to the wall and you can move on. Hooray! So, apparently we can't pick up these candies that are lying around on the ground here. Yeah, we gotta get to the end of this place. And meet a new enemy here. Okay, let's see. These guys are trolls. I'd recognize their kind anywhere. And let's see. These guys can cast Ice Rock Nail on you. So you want to watch out for that. That could deal upwards of 81 damage to Felice there. Okay, so let's see. I also want to turn these guys into figurines. Let's see. By the way, with Gobs, I want to get 3 Gobs figurines and I think 2 Troll figurines. Yeah. So I want to do that as soon as I can. Let me see. Can I flurry this guy without killing him? I think I can. Yeah, that little lightning effect there, that's just to represent the... what is it? The extra damage or attack power you get from the light arc. That's why you're seeing that every time Felice attacks now. It's not thunder elemental damage, though. Now, the reason I'm using Alluring Eyes on these guys is because I would like to petrify them, and by reducing their magic stat with Alluring Eyes, it'll increase the accuracy of my spells. And fortunately, this doesn't cost any MP. So, yeah, I'd just like to use that once, just to give myself a bit more accuracy with that before I turn them into figurines. But yeah, I'm going to collect the other figurines with the Gobs and Trolls off-screen eventually. Okay, now we can petrify them. And even while they're petrified, I can have Miriam use Kiss of Death to drain some of their MP away. So hopefully, if I don't turn them into a figurine right away... Ooh, I almost killed the guy. But yeah, if I don't turn them into a figurine relatively quickly, then I'll be able to drain enough of their MP so that they can't cast Ice Rock Nail anymore. I'll probably want Miriam to cast Heal at some point in time. You could also wait a while until you get more levels, so that way you can increase the accuracy of the figurine command. But I want to do this while we're here, because once we're done with the dungeon, we're going to be going back to the temple anyway, so we might as well... we might as well do the figurine exchanging while we're going to be going back there anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay, so if I don't get him on this try, then I'll just go off-screen to turn him into a figurine. Yeah, this isn't happening, so I'm going to have to petrify them again. And yeah, I've drained almost all of its MP, so yeah. By the way, you can only reduce a target's magic stat by 50%. That's the cap. The first one is 30% reduction, and the second one is 20% reduction. But I'm still going to use it anyway, because I don't have anything better for Miriam to do. And I don't want her to do anything that would damage the guy any further than I already have. Of course, immediately after I run out of things to say, I get the guy to turn into a figurine. Absolutely. I guess that does save me the trouble of editing them out. I am getting, like, obscenely lucky with turning these guys into figurines while recording. But alright, we got Death Guard there. I think that, what was that, for Tokyo or something? No? Maybe it was, no, not Misia. No? Okay, yeah, we just got it for Felice then. Yeah, Death Guard. What that does is it makes the target immune to instant death spells for 240 turns. Seriously, it's 240. I don't know why they chose that specific number. But there you are. But alright, let's get a pretty good piece of armor there for Kamawu there. Others can equip it, but they don't have as good, proficiency with that piece of armor for whatever reason. But alright, yeah, let's get the Grand Mail going there. By the way, once I got the Silent Shackle there for Felice, I gave the Ivory cameo to Miriam to help out her defense a little bit there. So, that's pretty nice. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. We need to go to the left first. I don't know if we need to, but it's a good idea. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, yeah, sure, why not? How's my HP looking right now? I could use some help. Let me see. You got 109. How much do I get out of this? I don't know. I don't remember. Did that help very much? Yeah, I could do this a couple more times. By the way, if you wanted to, since you do have the item command there available, you could fill up one of your empty bottles with some of this tea and take it with you. I would not recommend it, but it is an option available to you. But alright, let's take the right path now. And fight the last new enemy around here. Okay, this is Elemental. Not Fire Elemental, just Elemental. But it is, highly resistant to fire. So it has 90% resistance to fire, only 20% resistance to ice. So if and when I want to take that guy out, I would use ice magic on it. Fortunately, the armor that I got for Felice makes her nearly invulnerable for this world. Now I'm going to use Heat Cyclone to take out the two gobs. If you want to, turn every enemy into a figurine right away, go nuts. But I usually only like to turn one enemy into a figurine per battle, because it's kind of difficult to crowd control an entire battle like that. Let me see how much HP this guy has left. Okay, I'll have Miriam look into reducing the guy's HP for a little while. I don't want to risk killing the guy with Flurry, possibly, if I get like a really strong hit. I don't think I'd kill it, but I might. Well, I got the beetle suit on Felice there, so she's going to be almost immune to fire elemental magic there. And by the way, unlike the first game, there is no elemental resistance overflow problem here. If you get over 100% resistance to an element, it'll just reduce damage from that element by, it'll reduce it down to 1 damage, and that's it. So yeah, it's not going to get to a point where your resistance would overflow and then you take a ton of damage from it. No, that's not the case here. And just like with trolls, I could reduce this guy's magic stat or just drain its MP to make it not a problem anymore. As you can see, they have, both Firestorm and Heat Cyclone to worry about. So you want to watch out for that, although it's probably running a bit low on MP at this point because it's been casting so much. I would bet it probably only has one more spell in it before it runs out of MP, if that. And then once it's down to its physical, or down to just its physical attacks, it's not going to be able to damage either of us very much at all. Marianne is obscene in this world. I pretty much use her exclusively here. Well, she's pretty obscene in most random battles, really. My party for random battles is usually Felice, Marianne, and someone else. I mean, there are times when I use someone other than Marianne, or two characters other than Marianne there, but that is not very often. If you know the elemental resistances of enemies, she is just so good. If you don't know the elemental resistances of enemies, then she's pretty terrible. But alright, okay, finally got a magic down so I can petrify this guy, but now I'm going to turn him into a figurine right before I can do that? Nah, okay. I thought my luck was catching up to me, but no. How I can turn fire to stone, I don't know. But then again, I'm about to turn it into wood, too, so... Mystic Arc, the game where you can turn fire into stone and then into wood. Yeah, I don't know how that works. If that's the thing that makes the least amount of sense in my day, I consider myself pretty lucky there. And let's see, with the elementals, I would like to get, let's see, 2 figurines of them, if I can, but I'll just do that off screen eventually. Looks like I gotta reduce this magic stack a bit more before I can actually petrify the guy. Okay, that's as far as I'm gonna get its magic stat down there, so hopefully that'll be enough. Alright, there we go! Not bad, not bad. I swear I intend to edit out turning monsters into figurines eventually, but well, not today, not today. Yeah, just ignore all the candy you see on the ground, it won't work for some reason. Let's see. Oh, a cross. If you didn't get one earlier, what that does is it casts Death Guard on the user. But unlike other items like that, the cross actually doesn't get consumed when you use it. So you can use it for free infinitely. By the way, as far as turning the other enemies into figurines go, let's see. The trolls can be exchanged for... what is it? Well, a troll suit. The troll suit has 60% ice resistance. And let's see, the elementals can be exchanged for a fire shield, which, well, guess what element that protects you against? If you say ice, I'm gonna hit you. Now, it is resistant to fire by 60%. I don't use that a whole lot, but I use it often enough for it to be worthwhile going for it. But this dungeon just has the most enemies that are really, really good for exchanging for equipment at the arena there, by far. Usually I only go for like 1 or 2 enemies in a dungeon at a time. But here we get the shoulder pad. It's a shield slot piece of equipment for Lux there. And we also got that, what was that, the Tempest spell or whatever that was, that casts the Hurricane spell. That's 110 nature damage, all enemies. It is obscenely good. Now here, we got some ice physics to deal with, but nothing too extraordinary here. So, I guess this wall wants milk tea somehow. Okay. Well, let's head on over here first. See what we got going. Oh, an empty bottle. So yeah, you're gonna need this one too here. So let's see. Well, let's see what we got here first. Let's see. Sure, why not? Okay, and let's see. Let's use our empty bottle to get some milk here. And then what do we got in this one? The tea. So yeah, let's get a little bit of that one too. And take the bottle of milk. And boom, we get our milk tea. Hooray! Easy enough. Thank you for giving me an empty bottle, but you're still gonna need another one for all the candies later on. Oh, a boomerang. That's a nice weapon upgrade there for reshine there, so let's give that to her. You can also use the light arc on it to boost its attack power by 20. I don't end up doing that, but if you were using reshine, you could do that, and that would help you out. But alright, you got the milk tea. How hard could it possibly be to get back? Well, this part's a little tricky, because like, you keep on bouncing off the wall there, or these rotating platforms there. So you gotta hit it just right there, so you don't hit the platform or the wall there. But now, we got our milk tea, give it to the wall. And... haha, okay, well, we got another puzzle room here, so let's see what we got. We got 4 riddles, one in each of the 4 corners of this room. So let me see if I can do that. Yeah, just bounce off the spinning wheel there. We gotta do that again. Well, it's only 3 this time, so it's not that bad. If I can actually get them out of the way. Do I need to move all 3 of them? I would think 2 would be enough. Well, let me see. Usually I go for all 3. No, you don't need all 3. You just need those 2. Okay. Yeah, I never thought about that when I was practicing a little bit earlier today. What do we got here? Okay, I'll take a look at that. I'll just tell you what the answer is. 205. That's on the 1 and 2 of a clock. That is like an analog clock, not... what was it? Not a digital clock, like I would imagine most people use nowadays. Ah, there we go. For some reason I was having trouble getting onto that little bit of ice. Or whatever this stuff is. Cakes, huh? There's only the 1. I guess maybe they didn't have another line of dialogue for that or something. And, okay, that should be good. And one last riddle for us to solve. What do we got here? Okay, which one is it? I'll just tell you, it's the topaz. Southwest. This is the southeast one, though. Okay. But yeah, this is a hint to you. If you recall the recipe that we got for making that, what is it, the potion or whatever? The mana potion from the beginning, or Blind Alley there, if you add a topaz to it, in addition to those ingredients, it upgrades it a lot. So, yeah, you want to, if you get a topaz, you want to hold on to it, and we will be getting one eventually. Now, this room is a little tricky here. Let me see what we got here as far as my figurines go. Okay, I need 1 more elemental, and then we'll be good, which I can get in this room. Now, we got all these chests around here, and the thing is that there's 3 here, and there's 3 on the left side, and if you open one on one side, but you get into a random encounter on the other side, the other chest, or corresponding chest, will be empty. And I absolutely want to get both of the bottom chests there. If I only get one of the upper 2 chests there, then I'm okay with that. But this one is really good. So I'm going to get into a battle here, and then hopefully the enemies will be out of my way to get to the other chest there. Okay, I think we're good now. So we open this one, we get an intelligence seed. I really want to get the same treasure on the other side. Both treasures on the same level will have the same treasure as long as you collect both of them before you run into a random encounter there. But alright, the other ones, as long as I get 1 on each level, I'll be fine. Okay, let's see. I forget what these ones do. I'd have to look that one up. But let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to get the other one. Or maybe I can. Game? Yeah, that's what I get for getting cocky. By the way, after that last battle, gained a level for Lux, but nothing interesting happened. But also, let's see, for Macia, she learned the Power Spell. So that's going to be very useful for us during some boss fights. Okay, I looked up those Frost Beads. It casts the Ice Chain spell, which is 110 ice damage, all enemies. That's also really good. Unfortunately, more enemies are resistant to ice than nature damage, so Hurricane is still quite a bit better there. And also, after that last battle there, gained a level for Kamui to get up to 11, and he learned Flurry. Not that I'm ever really going to use him for that, but it's there. I tend to use him more as a magic user, which is why I got the 2 intelligence seeds here, because I want to give those to him to further boost his magic stat here. But alright, we made it to the end of the area, we found the kids, so now we can actually get some candy. Some really, really small candies, but it's here, and you could just go into a spot wherever you see the candies really dense, like right here, and just keep on collecting candies until you fill up your bottle there. It becomes a bottle of candies. And by the way, I don't think you can, but if you can, don't get rid of the bottle of candies even once you're done, because it's going to have another use later on in the game. But for now, we can only really use that to buy stuff back at the Kids' Den Manor there. I was so scared, trapped in a room full of candy. What do you think this is? Chutes and ladders? No, this is Candyland! But yeah, you don't have to warp out of here because, yeah, the game does it for you. Hooray! Yeah, what happened with all those monsters around here anyway? I wouldn't worry about it. It's probably not important. But alright, we all made it back safe and sound. Yeah, holy cow! Oh, of course! The perfect cover story! What a coincidence! That doesn't mean she's evil. Why would you think that? What do we spend our candy on here first? Find out next time on Let's Play Mystic Arc. This is HG Bailey, signing off. Have a good day.